gonna update our Lima bean and we're gonna replant it in a bigger pot. Right, Daniel?
Yes.
Why should we replant it?
So we can have, so the plant can have more space to grow.
It needs more space to grow?
Yes.
Okay, so if it is in a bigger space, what's gonna happen to the plant? What's gonna happen to the plant if it's in a bigger space, in a bigger pot?
It's gonna grow more beans.
It's gonna grow more beans. So it's in a small cup right now, right? So you guys can see it growing. It's in a small cup.
And there are a lot of roots.
There's a lot of roots. It's been 15 days, right? And the second one sprouted, if you guys look at it. So why can't we just keep these beans in this cup?
Because then it will fight the nutrients.
They're gonna fight for the nutrients, right? So we're gonna replant them and we're gonna put them in a bigger pot, right?
Yes.
And see how they grow. So we're gonna update it in about 2 more weeks.
Yes.
So today is exactly 15 days since we've planted these 2 seeds.
This one. We're going to just do this one because this is growing.
We can do both. I think we can try and do both, right?
Yes.
So a few things when you're repotting or replanting a plant is to make sure that you are careful with the roots. Because if you really damage the roots, then it's gonna have a hard time in the new pot. That's from my experience. I've killed many plants trying to repot them in a bigger pot. So sometimes it's better to just plant your seeds in the pot that it's gonna grow in if you know that it's a big plant. But we're gonna repot this. We're gonna repot both of these Lima beans, right?
And we're gonna put it in this.
We're gonna put it in this big pot, right?
This one.
Yes, so this
There's
pot
a lot
is
of
deep.
dirt.
It has a lot of dirt in it. So it's really deep, and if you look at the bottom of the drainage, it has how many holes, Daniel?
4.
4 holes, right?
Like this. This has. Oh.
So this is just an old pot that I had with my other plants. This is dirt and that's grass. So that's grass, which just acts like nitrogen, just like the coffee grinds. Can you put the coffee grinds in here, Daniel, from this morning?
The odds.
Yes. Here's your spoon. Okay, so here's some coffee grinds and you put it in here, and it's same thing like nitrogen, right, for the grass clippings. Just put it in the pot. Very good. Perfect, that's good. Okay, so we got some coffee grinds. And then can you get the eggshells, please? We're gonna put some eggshells.
Okay.
Just put the eggshells in. Very good. Put the other one. Thank you. And put the other one. Thank you. So then we're just gonna crush them, right? And we're gonna crush and mix.
With this?
Yes. Can you crush and mix?
With this?
Or use your hands. Use your hands. Just crush and mix. Okay? So crush and mix, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna get the Lima bean plant out of this little cup, okay? So I'm gonna replant it. So what I'm gonna do is I always go around the root. I go away from the plant and I just push down. So I'm just gonna push down and I'm gonna go around. And sometimes, I know it's sad, but sometimes I've killed plants. That's why I try to wait as much as possible to replant. Because I wait for them to get big and strong so that I don't kill the plants, especially if you don't have too many beans. So I'm going to take some dirt out, right? I'm going to take some dirt out and I'm going to put it in this pot while Daniel's mixing. I'm going to try to take out as much dirt so that I can just push down. I'm going to kill some roots because the roots are starting to connect in there. So I'm just going to take some out like that, right? I'm going to take some dirt out. And then I'm going to go around. My dirt is a little bit compact because there's no holes in this cup. And then I'm going to just go like this and I'm going to take some dirt out so I can see the plant. Okay, there's the plant, right? So here's my plant and I just took some dirt out. And then I'm going to, you mix it and you crushed it. Very good, Daniel. And it's okay if it's a little bit messy, it's a little bit dirty. But I'm going to, if you can see in here, I'm going to just dig a hole deep enough for the plant. So I'm going to look at the plant, I'm going to just dig a little bit deep enough, and I'm going to put them on opposite sides so that I can, so that they don't fight for nutrients like Daniel says. So I'm going to put them on opposite sides of the plant, of the pot. I'm going to put them on the opposite sides of the pot to give them a lot of space to grow on their own, right?
Because when they don't have space, they're going to fight the nutrients.
They're going to fight, right?
That's going to be bad.
And sometimes what you can do is just flip the cup over and just kind of tap it. Because this is what I do when I buy potted plants, right? And you bring it home and you just flip your pot over and then you just gently take it out, right, Daniel?
Yes.
Coming out. And you just flip it over and then you just take it out like that. What do you think? So I had these lima beans in Hawaii. So I had these lima beans and I had it 3 different ways. The first way was I had it straight from the plant. I picked it off the plant and then I tasted it. I ate it raw and it was a little bit crunchy and a little bit waxy, but you could tell that it was just so good for you. So it just came right out like that. And I'm gonna just separate the roots. Is that cool, Daniel?
Oh, look at all those roots.
Wow, see, and because the cup is so small, they're starting to mix together. You see that, how they're starting to mix together? So the first way that I had it in Hawaii was straight from the vine, and it was really good. It was crunchy and waxy, and then, so I just separated the 2 plants, right? I'm gonna put one right here on the side.
And I'm gonna put one inside.
So I'm gonna, hold on, Daniel, so I'm gonna flip it this way, okay? And the second way that I had it was I had it steamed, and that was really good. So I had it steamed. So I'm gonna put it right there against the side of the pot. And then the third way I had it was in rice. It was cooked with rice. Did you like it, Daniel? Remember we ate it in rice?
Yes.
It was really good.
I liked it. I like it.
So I just make sure that I put it in the pot like that, and if you can see it on the side, I just put it in there, and then I just make sure that it's secure. I kind of push it down.
And then the next one, we're going to put the other one inside it.
I'm going to put it on the other side. Is that cool, Daniel?
Yes, it's so cool.
See, gardening can be fun for everyone, right? So I'm going to put it on the side. And I'm going to just make sure that the roots are covered. And I'm going to put it on the other side. I'm going to put it on the other side. And I'm just going to give them space to grow. And if they grow and you start seeing that it's too crowded, then you can just change it to a bigger pot, right? You can take one out and then move it to a bigger pot. So same thing like before, we made sure that these plants had good dirt, which we added, what did we add, Daniel, to the dirt?
Water.
We are going to add water after, but we haven't added water yet. But what did we add to this pot? What did you put?
Eggshells.
Eggshells for calcium, right?
And coffee grinds.
And coffee grinds for nitrogen, right? So those are some things that makes the plant really strong and healthy, right?
Yes.
You gotta feed your plants and take care of your plants so they take care of you and make really good fruits and vegetables, right? Just like how you need to feed and take care of your body so that you feel strong and healthy, and you need to take care of your kids' bodies, right? And that's the whole reason why we're gardening, so we can make our own fresh veggies.
Food.
Right. So we have 2 lima bean plants in our new pot, right?
And that is really bad. The bush bean died.
Well, we'll see. It looks like one of them is sprouting a root, but we'll see, right, Daniel?
Yes.
So we're going to water this a little bit. We have some water just to kind of put around, okay? Just a little bit of water. And then we're going to put it under the light.
Yeah.
And definitely these would be growing faster if we could plant them outside, but we're in winter here in Korea, so we have to plant them in pots indoors, right? Under a 120 volt lamp.
Not outside.
Yes.
Outside.
It's too cold, right, Daniel?
Yes, the other plants died.
Yes, because they were too cold. So in about 2 weeks, we're going to do an update video on hopefully picking the beans and eating them, right?
Yes, they're going to be so good beans.
You're going to eat a lot of it?
Yes.
Okay.
And next we're going to put the sticks inside.
So in order to give it support, we will put a stick. And this stick is just something that I got at the dollar store, and I got 5 of these, right? And I'm putting it right next to the bean. I'm putting it right next to the bean, right? So that it can support the bean plant. So I put it right next to it.
So it can be bigger and bigger and bigger all the way to the top.
Yeah, so it can grow. And then I have these ties that I save from just vegetables or any kind of wrappings, and then I just tie it around very gently. So you gotta go around gently like this. And one of the mistakes that I made earlier was that I used to make it too tight. So I used to make it too tight and it would just choke the stem and it would end up dying. So do it very loosely, don't do it too tight, right, for support.
And this is a question, why we have put these on?
To make it strong and to make it stand straight, because sometimes if the plant produces too many fruits or vegetables like tomato plants, when they produce a lot of baby cherry tomatoes, then the plants start to kind of tilt or kind of bend over. I've had plants break because it's too heavy and has no support. So I just do this early, and then I just kind of wrap it around, and then it'll just grow, and it just kind of helps support the plant. Okay, Daniel, so in about a few weeks, we're going to do an update, and we're going to hopefully be picking lima beans, right?
Yes, we're going to eat it too.
Yes. Okay, Daniel, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, say bye.
Bye.